Hello, audience. This is Thane Smith, your host on This Salidan Life. Today, we tackle the topic of expectations.
In my future, I expect to be as the best I can be, completely towards leadership. I want to be able to inspire others, no matter what I'm doing, no matter what job I'm in, no matter what I'm doing, where I am.
I would say that I have high expectations for my students.
There are many expectations of the young minds of today. Students are expected to do well in school, to graduate after finishing high school, and many are expected to go off to college. Here we talk with senior Kyle Fowler about some of these expectations.
Well, one expectation I've had for my life is to go to college, which I'm going to do, I guess. Nothing about, like, no expectations that I've had that have changed. I've done what I wanted to do in high school, and then I think I will do what I want to do in college. I have no doubts about that. I'm pretty certain for the future. So, I don't know what else to say, Zane.
When thinking of expectations, you generally look towards the future. However, many expectations actually come from our past. Peony Wong will now tell us about some of her past expectations and how they have changed as time has gone by.
Years of my life, I expect to go to college, get a master's degree later, and then maybe get a PhD, and work in pharmaceutical chemistry, and travel a lot, and I guess maybe settle down. But the thing is life really does not turn out how you expected it. Like, my freshman year, I went to a boarding school in New York, and I was like, oh, I don't need to learn how to drive because I'm going to live in New York, and I'm not going to do sports because I was, like, so into art, and I was, like, this indie, alternative, grungy girl, and, like, I just kind of fit into that whole category, like, idea of counterculture. But then, I had to come back to Salidan. I completely did, like, a 180 on my life, because now I still listen to that kind of music. I still appreciate art, but nowadays, like, I do way more sports. Like, now, if you told me that I'd graduate my senior year of high school being, like, a varsity athlete, running both track and soccer, and being involved in a lot of community activities, I would have said you're crazy, because I was that girl that, like, was so antisocial. Yeah, if you told me that I would be really outgoing, I would have laughed in your face, because I was really awkward and shy. In fact, I can probably show you this really bad photo of me when I was freshman year. I was this awkward, scrawny thing that you looked at me and you're like, what's your name? And you would think that I was 12 or something, because I would just look so awful. It was really bad. Okay, let's see if I can write this on my phone. You're going to have to cut this part out of the interview because it's important.
It's okay. It needs to be like a 10-minute video.
That's what I used to look like freshman year. And, now look at me, and my hair is, like, pretty much gone at the end. And it's so crazy how your expectations of reality completely screw your time.
There's a line between dreams and expectations. Sometimes your expectations have to be a little more realistic than your dreams might be. Ashlyn Stewart gives us a great example of this as she discusses her pursuit of her own dreams and expectations.
That when I graduate with even a master's degree in the field I want to pursue, which is English and words, journalism, things like that, that I will be unemployed or underemployed for probably 5 years at least, and will be working as your friendly barista at Starbucks because I can't find a job doing what I actually want to do. But then I have the expectation that I will either make a smart career move, maybe be a teacher, or I will find a job with doing what I want to do.
Any other expectations about your future?
No. I mean, expectations and aspirations are different.
Okay.
Right? I have aspirations and hopes, but I don't know about other. I don't expect too many.
Well, do you expect yourself to follow your dreams, to pursue those hopes?
Oh, that's pretty cute saying. That's a cute little saying. Yeah, sure. I expect that I will continue finding a way to do what I want to do.
Alrighty.
Welcome back for the final segment in this week's edition of This Salidan Life. Not all expectations come from one person. Sometimes it comes from the people around them. Mark and Harmony will both give accounts as to how this affects them in their lives.
I was raised to where my mom expected little of me, kind of, but in a way that expectation of expecting little pushed me to do more. And she wasn't raised in a home where they expected her to be a doctor or expected, so she kind of used those same like guidelines and morals and stuff. But when someone expects little of you, it kind of gives you motivation, gives them more.
So expectations that I can relate to, my family doesn't necessarily hold me up too much expectations besides to make sure that I'm working hard in everything I do and not being a lazy bum. Expectations of what I see myself doing is just going to college, becoming a teacher, blah, blah, blah. But what really I relate to that I go through a everyday basis is the expectations that God holds me up to. They're really hard to uphold, and I see every day I've got to deny myself. That's one of the first expectations I'm held up to, is deny myself, carry my cross, and to follow after Jesus. And there's a lot of expectations that go along with that, being called to be holy, to live righteously, and to be obedient in a lot of ways. And there's just so many times when I'm expected to do something by the Holy Spirit, and I feel Him urging me to do something. And a lot of times I don't do what He tells me to do, but a lot of times I do. And there's a lot of expectations that I have to hold on to daily, and I really beat myself up when I can't uphold those certain expectations. As I really, more than just letting myself down, I'm letting God down, and I really strive to be the best I can for Him. That's it.